Hey, everybody, Off the Mic Sports Network here, another edition of Off the Top Rope. So, Monday Night Raw was certainly eventful from Phoenix. A lot happened on this show. Um, you had a crazy night of women's and men's so King and Queen of the Ring matches. Roxanne Perez wins a fatal four-way, stealing the match from Liv Morgan. You get Sami Zayn winning an insane men's fatal four-way in the King of the Ring tournament to advance as well. Nikki Bella was on this show, seemingly getting into it with Liv Morgan. So we seemingly have something set up for Evolution. Maybe Bella's going after the women's tag team titles. That's very interesting. Um, a couple of noteworthy things. Obviously, we can talk about what happened in the main event with Gunther just beating Jey Uso, no cash in, nothing there, and we're just moving forward with and to be honest with you, if this is the way they wanted to do it and just get the title off of Jey Uso, have him being fighting valiantly, and some people will mock, hey, he barely had a 2-month reign. Guys, listen, everybody knew that Jey Uso as world champion was not gonna, be a long-term thing. So if they were gonna do this, having him get his ass kicked on Friday, get absolutely destroyed on Saturday in a tag match that he didn't need to be in, like Gunther said, stretching himself too far, and then getting into this long, drawn out match and getting really out wrestled at the end by the better man in Gunther. I'm fine with that. Um, the other interesting note here on this show, John Cena and CM Punk are actually going to wrestle. And I did not have that on my bingo card. I did not have these two going at it. I was hoping for SummerSlam. I knew it probably wasn't going to happen because Cody Rhodes is probably facing John Cena at SummerSlam in the main event as in a rematch of WrestleMania, and to sort of set the stage of, what's going to happen further down the line the rest of the year. And maybe CM Punk can pursue potentially, going after Cody Rhodes potentially in a WrestleMania match next year. But the disappointing part of this is, they're going to do it in Saudi Arabia. And I know what the narrative is going to be. CM Punk's a hypocrite, and he's going for blood money. He never really wanted to work there. I think it was a tweet at Miz where it was a suck a blood money dick or something like that, whatever it was. These are not good optics. There's no two ways about it. This is not good optics. It's a great match. And I wish there wasn't such an ease in booking this match, but like I said, they're basically about 2 weeks from Saturday. They got to figure this out. I wish they would build up a story and basically, make it more about CM Punk's morals, saying, hey, John Cena is really trying to go up against CM Punk's morals in going after the blood money, yet he's still going to do it. So look, I'm happy to see the match, but I'm very disappointed with the result of where it's going to be at, because I think we all wanted to see John Cena and CM Punk one last time on American soil, and unless it happens again before the end of this retirement tour, that's not going to be the case. So that's really sad in this whole thing. But all in all, man, like this Raw was really good. There was some urgency to it. The crowd was really into it. A lot of entertaining, like I said, a lot of good wrestling on this show. The world title match was great. The King and Queen of the Ring matches were great. Hell, I almost forgot about this. Bayley's back, which makes that women's intercontinental title picture really, really interesting, because Lyra is clearly not done with Becky. So there's a lot going on in this show that was really interesting. Sammy pins the Intercontinental Champion, Dom. You're still planting the seeds of what's going on. With the Judgment Day split, and then hey, you're starting to plant some seeds also for Evolution as well. Like this Nikki Bella was utilized really well. Granted, I'll let Nikki, you're a Hall of Famer. You got to pronounce Stephanie Vicaire, our La Primera, our Chilean queen. You gotta give her props and get her name right. But she gave Io her props. She was with Natty. She was with Maxine. Like there was some good utilization there. And then Liv, in a really fiery promo, it became really personal, and I could see where they were going with that. They could easily go with a singles match with Liv versus Nikki, but I think where this is going, I think Brie Bella is going to come back and reunite with her sister, and we're going to get that for the women's tag team championships. And who knows if they give the Bellas a win here, because the women's tag team division is just so terrible that they're going to have to give it to an actual real team that hasn't teamed in years. But hey, that's the way the women's tag team division kind of works. But all in all, this was a pretty solid edition of Monday Night Raw. Um, but yeah, there were some questionable things. Like I said, the CM Punk thing, I was really excited to see him. Just the other part of it that bothered me, and I could touch on this a little bit later, is that they just seemingly so quickly have moved off of Punk and off of Punk and Rollins, which to some degree is fine, but it seems like they've just been too quick to move off of it. But in the interest of seeing where this is going, and I will get to this, my big popular theory of what the wheels might be in motion for what the big storyline is going to be for 2025 and leading into WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas next April. So we'll get to that, but like this was a good follow up to Money in the Bank, and then of course, I can't even believe I skipped over this, but I had to save the best for last. Ron Killings is here, everybody. Um, R-Truth is no more. Ron Killings is here. A passionate, fiery, and just really gripping promo from Ron Killings as he cuts his dreads off in front of a shocked crowd may have been the most significant thing to happen on the show. And there was a world title change. That tells you everything you need to know. Legitimately, in the span of 8 days, R-Truth has gone from being let go to coming back at Money in the Bank as R-Truth, and then on Raw basically says R-Truth is dead, cuts his dreads off to a shocked crowd, and nobody knows where the fuck this is going. What a talent. I cannot wait to see what they give an actual run and see we're going to get crazy deranged Ron Killings again. Because hopefully it's not like too much into the little Jimmy stuff that he did, because we saw bits of this in 2011 when he had that run after he turned heel. He faced John Cena for the world title at the one and only Capital Punishment in DC, and then he was Miz's tag team partner. So yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff happened on this show. Certainly newsworthy, and we'll see where everything goes leading into Night of Champions, and then obviously you've got Saturday night's main event, you've got Evolution, and before you know it, we'll be at SummerSlam. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.